How did I? How did I make $165,000 in my first year in photography? Way back when I was 27. And this is a question that a lot of photographers are still asking today. Like, 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 where did I go? Like, how did I. When am I ready? When am I ready to launch? What do I need to have set up? How do I get to that stage? How come they're making money and I'm not? How do we get to our first $100,000? This is a question that I don't get asked a lot of the time, but a lot of the time people are sitting on the fence and waiting for their business to be ready that will never be ready. And I feel that these photographers are using that as a crutch to not go live because you're kind of like, what if it works? Well, what if it doesn't? What else do I need to set up? And how did I get there? And I'm just going to take you through 5 steps. If you can do these 5 steps and answer this question, a yes or no, if you answer yes, you're ready to go. So let me break this down for you into a couple of steps. If you are here, please say hello on the chat. Say hello. I'd love to, always like to see who's here because then I can kind of talk to you specifically. All right. But this is one of the things that I had to do first. Learn. I had to learn how to be a photographer. Not a shit photographer, a good photographer. In 2 different components. You need to learn how to shoot, which is all the technical side. You need to learn how to create beautiful images, and you need to learn how to have a style. Hey Pam, hey Nat, hey Al, hey Ange, hey Mandy. Then you need to learn the business side. Now, you don't need to learn everything in business. Come on now, let's get real. You're not going to learn everything in business, but you're just going to learn the business basics. I'm going to call it basics, right? The business basics is if you get an inquiry and they inquire with you, you know what to say, you know how to book them in, and you know how to photograph, you know how to edit your images, and you know how to sell to your clients. You don't need to be technical, even to the most basic part. I had a coaching client once who was very new. He was very cocky. She had her first client on a Wednesday. So she called me on Tuesday and go, Mark, I've got my first client. What do I sell? And I was like, right, let's make a basic price list. Basic price list. Then you're going to show them the images on Lightroom or in Bridge. And then you're going to point to them and go, how many images do you want? And then from there, you're going to say, how many of these do you want to buy? And then from there, once you've worked out how many of these, which are your favorites, and what are we going to put on the wall? She sold $3,500 worth of artwork on her very first client, and she knew nothing else. She just had confidence and a bit of structure. So you need to know the basics. All right? That is your first step. Have a style, have images that you love, and then learn the basics. Number 2 is images. You need to have images. Why do you need images? Because you need images to work with. You need images to start. You can't start a photography business and go, hey, I'm a photographer, and you go, great, can you show me some work? And you go, I don't have any work. Like, you need your own images. So this is what I did. So if you're asking how I made it, right? This is what I did first. I don't even know why, I hired a warehouse in South Melbourne. I brought a backdrop, I hired 2 backlights, 1 front light, and I had a camera. And that's all I started with. I hired this space for $300 for the day, and in that day I had 8 hours. I had 1 session every hour on the hour for 8 hours straight. I called on favors with everybody I knew. I needed a young family, an older family, a couple, an older couple, some pets, and a newborn baby. Let's just go with that. I organized 6 photo shoots. That was enough images. Just 6 photo shoots, six families. That's all I needed to get started. What did I do with those images first? Once I got those images, I built a website, which got me flyers, which got me booklets. Now this is the fun part. Do you want to watch this? This is hilarious. I have got my original flyers. This is the original flyer. This is it here. So see these family? This is the Welsh family. So Daniel Welsh is one of my best mates. See this little girl here? This little girl's name's Charlie. She's now 22. This little boy here was one of our family friends. He's now like 20. See this? If my family's watching, that's Orlando. Orlando now is my 17-year-old nephew. This is Hannah. These are my grandparents. And this is Hugo, my nephew who came to our place the other day. He's now 20. And this is Hannah. She's now 25. Right? This is the original flyer and the original logo that I started with, which we had to change. That's a whole different story. But that was enough to get started. From there, I made some booklets. And I got the original photos that I had originally. And that's Steve, my mate, who I organized on the photo shoot. You know what I mean? Like, we just needed images to work with in the first place. That's all I needed. I needed a website. Now, your website does not have to be complicated. It is basic. It is just homepage, what you shoot, who you are, contact form, bare minimum. If that's your bare minimum, then that's okay. You've got something, all right? So I'm talking about this as in like minimum viable product. And those photographers have been around for a long time, like Al and Nat and Angie and Mandy. You will laugh at some of these things coming forward, right? From here, I knew what I was doing. I had images to work with. From one day, I got enough images to create a website and the pages. This was before social media. That's how old I am. Website, flyers, and booklets. Then, step 4, which was really important. This was one of the most important part. I needed a price list and products. Right? This was my original price list. Look at it. I've still got it. The original price list that I had. And I had all these cool names and I had all these collections. You know, that collection there, which, you know, it's a big set, the 30 by 40 and 4 14/14s, it was $2,495. That's a lot back in 2009. We're talking 2026 now. We're 27. Like, I've been selling that and these collections for years. That was my original price list. Because now when you go to market, right, I know what I'm shooting. I've got a basic business set up. I've got images, website, flyers, booklets, price, and products. Guess how many months that took me to create that? In the chat. Right in the chat. Alice, Sarah, Pam, Nat, right in the chat. How long do you reckon it took me to go from step 2 to step 4, do you reckon? Learning photography, that took a few years. That took a little while working with other studios. But just like, this is the decision that I want to do something. Right in the chat, I'd love to see what you think. How long did that take me? While you're doing that, then I'm going to go workflow, system, times 5. Key. There's a key part to this 5. I reckon it took no time at all, maybe a bit longer. A month. Nat, it took me a month. It took me a month or two, I reckon. It took me a month or two just to get my head around everything. We had to design the logo and then we had to redesign it. We had a website, I had to redesign the website. So it took a little while, okay? But this is the key. This is the part where you go, am I doing this as a professional and making money, or am I not? This is your key question. If you can answer this question, you are ready to go. Step 5, workflow. 5 people. If you can treat 5 people, just 5 families, 5 pets, 5 personal branding, 5 headshots. If you can take 5 people and create a client experience for them from start to finish, from inquiry all the way to picking up your artwork, as in you've sent it to the lab, you've ordered your album, you know what to create, right? And you have a price list. The question is, are you ready to start your business after 5 people and you can do the job? What do you reckon the answer is, everyone? Do I need to discover more skills? Do I need to just wait for more families? Do I need to just if I just need to learn more things? Do I need to start a social media? Do I need to create this other thing? If I can take someone through an experience in 5 people, am I good to go to kick off my photography business? The answer is yes. I'll even put that in green. Yes, I am good to go. Right? Whoops, that didn't even work. Try this tester. Yes, you are good to go. What does that mean for you? What does that mean? This is what it means. My very first client I ever had in this proper pricing system with a proper shoot fee, with a proper everything, after my 5 families that I photographed, my proper first client, guess how much money they spent? The very first client I ever had. Come on, play along with me. I've taken them through the whole client experience. They are my very first client, and I am like, here's my price list, here's my products, come for the design appointment. Let's create some beautiful artwork together. How much money do you think that they spent? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Mandy, $500? No, it wasn't $500. Anybody else? No, no one's playing along. $1,500, Michael? No, it wasn't $1,500. Wait, 2 more seconds. 1, 2, 0. $0. Nothing. Do you know what? They didn't even come back to see the photos because I was too expensive. I was like, shit. What am I doing? Too expensive. Where did I mess up? And do you know what? I was like, do you know what? I'm going to back myself here. That client, I still remember who they are exactly. They were starting a new business. They had a new family. They just couldn't afford it. Guess how much my second client was? It was 3 girls. So 3 girls. I photographed these 3 sisters together. And we photographed them. And we brought their parents in as a surprise reveal. Guess how much they brought? Guess how much? Guess how much? 2K? That family spent $3,500. My very second client I ever had, $3,000, and they left the design room. I ordered their prints. I went out and saw my wife, Susanna, and I was like, guess what happened? No shit. They just spent $3,500. We're on my Donkey Kong, people. We're off and running. $3,500. From there, I never looked back. I backed myself, ready to go. Within months of that client, I was getting a bit of drips and drabs here and there. No, I did not change the price list at all. Same price list. From there, I got drips and drabs from clients, right? But do you know what changed the game? And this is what I'm leading into. Do you know what changed the game specifically? Specifically, right? This is the difference between making $165,000 in your first year or not, is these beautiful words. Large scale campaign. Large scale campaign. That changed everything. Why? I was no longer dibby-dabbing in an inquiry once a week, a few leads here, a few leads there, a few leads here. Large-scale campaign. I actually ran an expo at an event where we photographed the event, and I got people, and anyone that's run an expo with me, I got people with the same scenario. It was a win a $2,000 portrait experience here, enter to win. The winner got the $2,000 portrait experience. All the runner-up people came in as a special offer. Now, that was not the only large-scale event I did in the first year of business to make $165,000, but this kicked off everything. because I was not dealing with 2 or 3 leads. I was dealing with 100 plus leads. And I knew that if I can take 5 people through this system, I can take the rest. I had a $3,500 sale. I was bulletproof. I was like, I can do this. Never look back from there. So here's my encouragement to you guys. And a lot of you in this chat, learn business, you already know this. Tick. Images, you've got great images. Tick. Website, flyers, brochures, booklets. Tick. Look. Tick, tick, tick. Price and products. Tick. Workflow. Tick. You do not need to learn anything new. You do not need to redesign your business. You do not need to create another reel. You do not need to create another $49 offer. You need a large-scale campaigns on a regular basis to get people into your studio more often. And Michael O'Keefe, you do this with the baby of the month, every month, like you have done for years now. Consistency. And there's people here like Al, I know that you've got the expos that you do, and I know you've got your Christmas minis that you do. There's so many different things here that you can do. I want to stop. I need to stop, not me stop now, I'm not stopping. Stop the mindset of when I'm ready, that's when just when I'm ready, I'll do this. But I've only just started out. But I can't really make that much. Or I haven't really got set up properly. But what happens if it works? Deal with it. But I haven't got a website. Then freaking build one. Stop piss farting around. But I haven't got a price list that I'm happy with. Then do it. The only person to blame here is you. The butt stops with you. With all the technology and software and processes at the moment, there is zero excuse. You don't even have to be a good photographer anymore. You can go straight to Imagen or Aftershoot or Evoto or a Narrative, and you just got to take pretty good images and the software will do all the rest to make them great. You actually don't even have to be that good at it. And your business, just put it into, you're in the PBBN anyway. If you're not in it, then we need another conversation. But you don't need to learn anything new. You know how to look after your clients. Just get them through the door. So here's my invitation for you. Stop piss farting around with little leads. Stop piss farting around with, I'm going to do another post. I'm going to do another reel. I'm going to jump on LinkedIn. I'm going to jump on TikTok now. I'm going to do this campaign. I've got to learn how to do Facebook ads. You don't have to learn to do shit. You don't have to learn to do anything. You need to just get started. This is exactly what we're going to go into in the Marketing Blitz next Tuesday. Those members in the PBBN, which pretty much all of you are here, we're going to kick this off as part of our live training. We've got 4 weeks, 4 live training session, 1 outcome. We're going to get bookings. We're going to get leads. We're going to work out the follow-up. We're going to get you bookings. This is not another course. This is an implementation strategy. You guys have got all of this. You just need to go out and get them. Stop it with your excuses. Stop it with the, I'm not ready yet. Stop it with the, I've just got to work out. Stop it with the, I don't know what a landing page is. Come on now. If you've done the training, you'll know what a landing page is. We just need to move. Because there's no reason why you can't be earning $100,000 plus. Because trust me, I wasn't that very good of a photographer. See? They were clean images. They were nice. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with these images. But they're not that great. I'm not that good of a photographer. And that's okay. I can say that. Are you getting what I'm putting down? So, PBBN members, mark it in your diary. You know that if you're not a member of the PBBN, you get 30 days for free. You get 30 days free access to this training. You've got nothing to lose and hundreds of leads to gain. You've just got to do it. It's ridiculous. Alice, I'm hoping so, Mark. I've never really struggled with my most recent campaigns here to make it happen. I feel like I've struggled with my most recent campaigns to make it happen. Let's make some changes. We need to shift with the market. We need to look at what you're doing and find the right campaign to suit you. There's about 12 different campaigns that you can choose, and there's lots of different reasons why they work and why they don't work. We're going to go through all of that. So before you implement your large scale campaign, we're going to get some structure around what works and what doesn't work and why it's working and why it doesn't work, so that you can make smart choices. That is my message for you guys today. Hey, how funny was my first logo? Wasn't it cool? It was pretty cool. Anyway, it changed to this one, and it has been that since forever. But those photographers, like, let's get out of your own way and let's get started. Like, you've got to get cracking. And Alice, if that bigger campaign isn't working, try another one. Try a different strategy. You're different where you live. You live in Rockhampton. It's not a coastal town. It's a big country town. It's a different mentality to where you live, and we're going to go through all of that as well. So there you go. They were my steps. Learn to shoot and the business basics. You need images to work with. Create your website. If you don't have a website, how are you supposed to create a landing page without a website? If you meet someone on the street, where are you supposed to send them to? Your Instagram? You're not a real photographer. Like you need to have a professional space, a space type thing. Now, can you get away with not having a website and just Instagram and TikTok? Sure you can. But if you want to really grow in your business, you need a website. Price and products, you just got to back yourself. I would literally run with this same price list. This is not new. Anyone that I've created a price list for, look at those collections and layouts. The shapes are a bit different, but they're all the same. Literally, they're all the same. And they're priced more than some photographers are charging today that I did in 2007, 2008, 2009. Crazy times. If you can look after 5, you can look after 100. Get moving. That's my tough love for you guys today. Make it happen. If you know a photographer who you are struggling to get bookings, or you need more work, or you know that they need more work, or they need support, they need a community around them, they need to not only know the photography but have someone walk them through it, send them to the PBBN. It's 30 days free to join this for a month, and you're going to get the 4 weeks of live training. And yes, Cassie, I have to do something. I've come back from maternity leave and need to get some bookings. Cassie, we'll see you on the inside. Go do it. Like, it's all there for you. It's there for the taking. I'm going to leave you with this statement that was beautifully said from Laurie in the States. This all comes down to, how bad do you want it? What would you do to succeed? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? How bad do you want your business to be successful? How bad do you want to be able to crack the $100,000? I put it like this way. There's nothing like $0 in the bank account to get you motivated. And I tell you what, some people just need a good push in the right direction and some confidence to know that there's hundreds of photographers out there in exactly the same boat as you. Cassandra, you're not new in this space. You're not new. You're not unique in this space in terms of like, but I'm just starting out. Everyone's got to start somewhere, but you've got to make the first call. You've just got to get started. So that is my love for you guys today. I will see you next Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. The link is in the PBBN members page under live training. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.